We have another HK, and it's the VP40. And guess where it is? It's in my do-all holster, 40 cal, and it has ammo in the magazine. So why don't we just go ahead and shoot the thing and just break it in a little bit, see if it will actually fire by smoking a pot right away. How's that? Ooh, boy, that did a good job. That's a good pot smoker if it's nothing else, huh? See if it'll kill a 2 liter. Let's see if it'll kill one of those 2 liters. Yeah. Got both the, oh, there's a fly on that thing. You see the fly? I don't know if I hit him. I think I shook him off. Now whoever buys that target will, oh, Hickok couldn't even hit the 2 liter. Oh, he's on the 2 liter now. I give up. Okay, quit playing around and shoot the gun. Boom. Another magazine. It's just a moving target. I couldn't resist. Nice. Let's go ahead and shoot the gong. I can't miss it. Let me try it left-handed. Since it won't miss, I'll make it miss now. It's actually my mother-in-law behind it. She's sitting there with a little hammer. Boom, boom. Let's try it with the other hand. Well, I've got to miss it before I quit. Yeah, I guess I can't miss it. Okay, I'm fooling around a little bit. None of that was planned. I was just being silly. But anyway, yeah, this is a good little shooter. It is a 40 caliber, and you've seen the VP9 here, which we have on the table, and they look alike. I mean, I keep mixing them up, you know, when they're lying here and making sure the magazines are straight and everything, the right cartridge with the right, firearm and that sort of. Well, we don't have any 9mm right here, but as far as the magazines, just make sure we got the right one. So just have 2 mags. It comes with 2 mags. It is, the new offering. The VP9 came out last year, and there it is. And it's all of its splendor. Looks just like this one. And I believe it was. It's been highly celebrated. I think it was, Gun of the Year, Guns and Ammo, and it's just been very, very well received. Lay it down there, and it's hard to find somebody who hates the VP9. It may not fit them well. It may not be their favorite firearm, but it is generally liked. And I know some folks who are really into firearms that shoot a great deal, that carry, and they've actually switched to it. You'll hear occasionally someone talk about that, and they're carrying the VP9, and they've formerly been maybe a Glock person or a SIG or some other kind of person, had another preference. So, and this is among serious shooters. So, an HK is no big secret. The stuff they make, whether it's an MP5, whatever, they have a lot of history with really quality firearms. I can't think of anything. Of course, I don't know their complete line that turned out to be total fizzle or junk or anything. Their guns are well made. No matter what else you think about them, they just work. They have a lot of firearms that are used, in military circles and law enforcement. They build them to last. They test them extensively. Now, I do have a Glock 23 out here, just for size comparison, and talk about that again. It's one of the, the 22 or the 23, obviously, one of the most popular 40 calibers on the planet. And so, you know me, I'm going to compare it with Glock because it's one of the best. And sorry if you get mad, you Glock haters, but it's got to measure up to a Glock for me. Because for me, that is one of the very best feeling and shooting firearms. John and I try to give you our opinions. That's hopefully why you come here, to get honest impressions from us. You may not like our impressions, you may not like my preferences, my biases, but we're not in anybody's pocket. We don't get any money from any of these gun companies, so I'm just going to tell you what I think. And if it doesn't jive with what you would like to think, or what you do think, or what your impressions are, you know, sorry, but I'm going to tell you what I think, okay? Now, one thing I do think about this, and when I was shooting it, I don't know if you could tell that from watching, but I mean, it's a good shooting gun, as you can see, and you know, so it would serve you quite well, but it does seem a bit jumpy to me. It was one of the things I noticed right away as I was shooting it. I have no trouble hitting with it, but when I was shooting the first few mags, I was thinking, wow, it's in my imagination. I cut my teeth on a 40 caliber. I was one of the first people around Tennessee that bought into the 40, and I was doing a lot of 40 caliber shooting. I remember shooting some USPSA matches with the Glock 23, 22, when you had to buy factory ammo in boxes. You couldn't, I think I've told that story before, you had to buy little boxes like this. That was all that was available. And it was expensive to go to a match with a stack of those. But I was really into the 40, you know, so I like the 40. And it is a little jumpier. But you know, I haven't really noticed it that much. I've gotten used to it over the years. But this one seemed a little jumpier. And that's one reason I went in and got the Glock 23. And I was just, is that my imagination? Have I been shooting too much 9mm or something? And I took some shots with this, and really it's jumpier than a Glock 23. That's the bottom line. So if you're one of those people that has shot a 40, and whether it's in a Glock or whatever it is, compare it with something else you like, and it's just, what's the phrase people always use? It's not jumpy, but it kicks more. Yeah, I can't think of the phrase we always use, but it jumps more, and there's more muzzle flip and everything in a 40 than a 9 generally. I really noticed that with this gun. I'm sorry, I could shoot it just fine. It would serve me fine, you know, if I was in law enforcement, you know, and this was my firearm, my sidearm, I'm okay. But I can shoot the Glock 23 better, and it doesn't seem to kick as much. And that's just the 23, the compact, 'cause I don't even have a 22. But so just take that for what it's worth. And you know I'm a Glock fanboy, but it's just my impressions. Okay.